Yo, what is good, YouTube? It is your boy Des Reacts, back with another reaction video. Look, I'm sorry it's been a couple of days, but I was spending some time with my family the last couple of days, going fishing and all that good stuff. But I hope you guys had a great weekend, man. We're back, and I hope you guys have a great week. For this reaction video, we got the S.B.S, S.R.R, Gurkhas, and the Paras. Operation, I'm sure I'm gonna butcher this, but Ilois, I think. Let me know in the comments the name of this operation. But this is back in 2006. I'm assuming it's the Iraq-Afghanistan war. But yeah, man, I feel like it's gonna be pretty dope. You guys have been wanting the S.B.S, and I don't know nothing about the S.B.S really, besides the fact that they're pretty elite and very secretive. I mean, they're literally called the Secret Boat Service. So this is gonna be an interesting one for me. Open up some of my knowledge for that. And man, really appreciate you guys. You guys got me to 2.7k subs, baby. We almost had 3k. Hope to get that by October. So if you guys haven't subbed yet, please smash that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, and man, leave me a comment on what other videos you guys would like me to react to. Leave a comment on your guys' thoughts and feelings on this video, and let me know that you missed your boy. It's been a couple days. I know you guys been anticipating, and I apologize, man. Please smash that like button. If you guys like to support the channel, you can. Links right here. You guys could join, become a member, man. Get some members only exclusive videos. But other than that, man, hope you guys have a great week, man. Let's get it. Shout out to Liveth Forevermore.
In April 2006, the first elements of a battle group centered around the 3rd Battalion, the Parachute Regiment, began arriving at Camp Bastion in Helmand Province, southern Afghanistan. Their arrival marked the start of 16th Air Assault Brigade's deployment to the region, but as the unofficial history of Operation Herrick states, for the remainder of April and all through May, the remainder of the battle group began to arrive in packets. This was highly unsatisfactory, and Lieutenant Colonel Stuart Tootle, 3rd Battalion's commanding officer, chaffed at the manner in which his troops were being delivered to the theatre of operations. It seemed amazing that the RAF lacked the resources to fly 1,000 men and their equipment to Afghanistan in anything less than a month.
Yeah, like what? I don't understand why the RAF couldn't get 1,000 men and equipment and resources to the front line. I'm sure it's gonna tell us why, but I mean, it says it's an unofficial history, so I'm assuming some of this stuff is still probably classified, but that's pretty strange, and I'm kind of shocked. Like, if they didn't have the resources, I don't know, but I'm sure that the U.S. Air Force would probably, let them use one of the cargo planes to transport troops, because we need you guys over there too. So I mean, it's interesting. Let me know in the comments if you guys know why. I mean, if it doesn't tell me.
By the 11th of May, the bulk of the battle group had deployed to Helmand, with its primary mission being the protection of the reconstruction efforts taking place in the centre of the province. Within a week, however, this mission slowly began to expand, as concerns from the governor of Helmand regarding Taliban activity in the north of the province compelled the British to send troops into this region to deal with this threat, which in turn resulted in considerably overstretching the battle group as the unofficial history continues.
And my question is, between the S.B.S, S.R.R, Gurkhas, and the Paras, who's the best? I'm assuming the S.B.S, but I could be wrong. I know the Gurkhas are crazy. And the S.R.R, what does that stand for? Is that like something reconnaissance, something? Let me know.
Lieutenant Colonel Tootle really only had around 400 infantry to meet all the commitments thrown at him in Helmand, in an area of roughly 60,000 square kilometres, or yielded one soldier for every 150 square kilometres. It was a hopelessly inadequate number.
Oh my gosh. Only 400 men to cover 60,000 square kilometers. That's a lot of freaking space to, be patrolling and doing what you gotta do and keeping it locked down, which you can't. I mean, that's not enough people.
Although fully aware of their deficiencies in manpower and holding reservations about the extension of their mission, the British committed themselves to the northern expansion, and on the 21st of June, a company of paratroopers was deployed to the town of Sangin. At around the same time, a platoon of Gurkhas from D Company, the 2nd Battalion, the Royal Gurkha Rifles, was deployed to Forward Operating Base Robinson, where on the 27th of June it was unexpectedly called into action.
And we watched a video with the Gurkhas. They mentioned the Gurkhas in it, man. And one of these dudes somehow killed like 30 people in like a little radius of him, and there's like 80 bodies like dead on the ground around him. But he like killed like 30 dudes in a room while he was injured and with like shrapnel in him and stuff. Crazy. It was a crazy story, man. So I know these Gurkhas are pretty wild.
On that day, a force numbering 16 UK Special Forces operators, drawn from the Special Reconnaissance Regiment and from Sea Squadron, the Special Boat Service, had launched Operation Ilois and successfully captured 4 senior Taliban leaders alive. However, as this composite unit began to return to their Land Rovers, they were ambushed by a significantly larger Taliban force, estimated to have numbered up to 70 fighters.
Oh my gosh,
Immediately,
bro.
the 16 men took cover in a nearby irrigation ditch and began returning fire, whilst one of them got on the radio to 3rd Battalion's Battle Group headquarters and requested for reinforcements.
Oh my gosh, bro. So it's just like I'm pretty sure it's a pretty small group that these people were in when they got ambushed by 70 Taliban fighters. And they went into like an irrigation ditch. Like that's like what farmers had used to, freaking water their farms or give animals water and stuff. So I know this fight had to be miserable for them. It's hot in the sun. You're in hot, like swampy-ish water. It's warm, and you're over there fighting. Ugh, and your boots are all wet, bro. Oh, I know they hated this fight.
Unfortunately, given the secrecy of Operation Ilois, no one within the battle group had been informed of the mission prior to receiving this call for help, and as such, there was no dedicated quick reaction force ready to assist with the operation if necessary. Nonetheless, the platoon of Gurkhas at FOB Robinson was ordered to move with all possible speed to the site of the ambush and reinforce their counterparts in the S.B.S. and the Special Reconnaissance Regiment. After a short while, the Gurkhas arrived on the scene, but were likewise pinned down by the weight of the Taliban fire, who had knocked out one of the Land Rovers with an RPG and still retained their numerical superiority.
Sheesh.
Realising this, and that their position could not be held, the Gurkhas sent another message to Battle Group headquarters, requesting for air and artillery support to enable them and the Special Forces to extract themselves out from the area. After the necessary arrangements had been made, artillery fire began to hit the Taliban positions, followed by the appearance of 2 Apache helicopters, 2 Harrier GR7s, and 1 A-10 Thunderbolt.
Bruh, one thing I know is the A-10 Warhog, the Thunderbolt, those things sound crazy. Like they look like, they're like, if you guys know, you know, man, those things are crazy and they could clear out enemies quick. And the Harriers are one of my favorite jets. I like how they could just hover and cover an area. So they had some pretty good air support, and they had 2 helicopters. Yeah, they was probably straight.
Strafed and bombed the Taliban forces, thus enabling the British ground troops to withdraw back to FOB Robinson. On returning to the forward operating base, a head count was conducted to ensure everyone was present, during which it was discovered that 2 men were missing in action. Consequently, early the following morning on the 28th of June, elements of B Company, the 3rd Parachute Regiment, boarded an RAF Chinook and were flown back in to what had been the ambush site to try and find the 2 men. After several minutes, 2 Apaches, which had been tasked with escorting the Chinook into the area, spotted 2 heat signatures near to the irrigation ditch and guided the British paratroopers onto their location. Sadly, the heat signatures turned out to be 2 bodies, which on the 4th of July 2006 would be identified as Captain David Patton and Sergeant Paul Bartlett. An investigation.
Rest in peace, man. Rest in peace to them. That's tough. And they probably felt like they were left behind. They probably felt like they were alone, you know. And I don't really remember if when they're in the irrigation ditch, I don't remember if it was just these 2 in there. If it was, man, they had to be so scared, and they got ambushed by like 70 people. Died some brave heroes, man.
Investigation into the events of the 27th of June 2006 will later reveal that Sergeant Bartlett had attempted to reach the Land Rovers when he was cut down by enemy fire, whilst Captain Patton had become separated from the unit at some point during the ambush and had fought a last stand before he was tragically killed in action.
Dang, man.
In addition, it was learnt that Captain David Patton had been due to return to his home in Northern Ireland a week prior, but instead he had volunteered to remain in the theatre for an extra 7 days and continue to help out his colleagues. His wife, Paula, later commented, "I was buzzing with excitement about his return, impatient for the phone to ring, to hear his voice from the army plane, but that call never came."
Bro, I can't imagine, man, what she's feeling. Like, or what she felt. Like, dude, that's so sad. Like, he was supposed to be home a week before. And I mean, this dude obviously loved his comrades, loved his like squad, and just wanted to, you know, stick it through with them for like one more week, you know. And like, and some people would be doing that because if there's some type of leader in the squad, which I don't remember if it said he was, like it's for morale. Like if morale is low and all that, sometimes like the leaders will, you know, go above and beyond what they need to do to, you know, make sure people are still fighting like proudly, I guess you could say. But man, that's so sad. She was expecting to be home. Hey, a wife. I'm sure he had kids, man. Man, thanks for all the people who ever served, you know, the US, UK military, man. Shout out to all you guys for real. That's prior to serving in the special, recon regiment, that's what it's called, Captain David Patton has served with the Royal Irish Rangers in Germany, was later transferred to the parachute regiment. Is the Irish Rangers kind of like the US Army Rangers? Let me know in the comments. And have you guys ever been in a Rangers or a parachute regiment, anything like that? I'd definitely like to know if you guys served and stuff. Wow, then he went to the Royal Marines before he passed the selection for S.B.S. So this dude is a real life workhorse, man. He is like in special forces, it seems like quite some time. And then to get selected for a special boat service, you gotta be legit. That's one of the toughest trainings, huh? Of the 4 Taliban leaders captured in Operation Ilois, 2 were killed during the ambush, and the other 2 managed to escape. 12 Taliban fighters were killed and 20 more were wounded. So definitely the S.B.S. and them, the Gurkhas, all of them, they definitely did their damage to the Taliban. Rest in peace. Man, so that was pretty crazy, man. That's sad that those 2 lost their life, man. They just got ambushed, you know, by the coward terrorists, bro. The coward Taliban. And man, for real though, shout out to all you guys that are there in the armed forces, man. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't have free countries, man. So if you guys enjoyed this content, please smash that like button, leave a comment on your guys' thoughts and feelings on this, man, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you like to support the channel, you can right here, man. I'll catch you guys on the next video, man. It's good to be back. Peace.